Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, and today we're going to be going through Karspire. Now, I'm doing something a little different this time. See, it occurred to me, the route is all randomized, so chances are, you're not going to get anything I find ever anyway. That's why I decided to do the looting off screen. As you can see, we left off, we were up there where the little pillar is. I cleared out all the dead bodies over here, picked up all the loot from the chest, and then I moved over here. Now, notable loot worth finding, inside that little hut that I'm looking at right now in the distance, there is a block skill book. That should always be there. And up there at the very top, in that hut over there, you're going to find a master chest. That's the highest loot chest you can find. It's up in this region over here. Beyond that, the loot randomized. I'll show you what I got. Of note, anyway, I found another Conjure Atronach scroll. I kept that, obviously, because those are pretty useful. I have a specific time I'll be using those. I didn't find any potions of note. I picked up some armor to make sure it's not any better than my Elven Light. And it's not, as you can see. 17.2 versus... the helmet. 17.1. Yeah, it's the same resistance with more weight, so I don't like it. Also, it would look good, but oh well. Yep, so beyond that, nothing notable. I did scavenge some Forsworn arrows, just because they're not very good arrows. In fact, they're possibly the worst arrows in the game. But I'd like to keep a nice steady supply in case I need them. Oh, and I did go back off screen and get my loot from the chest. You could have got that right after the Thalmor Embassy. In the hidden room with Delphine, there's a chest on the left wall. Your loot's in there. Now, if you guys don't like the fact I did that off screen, make your voice known. And if people are against it, next time I'll show me opening all the corpses and taking the stuff I like. I just wanted to try and save you a little time that I then proceeded to waste by explaining it all. Now then, let's head on in to Karspire proper. That's a pretty cool statue. Apparently that's supposed to be Boethia. Yeah, I could see that as an accurate representation. She's a snake woman. Esbern, for God's sake, man.
Who's there?
Okay, apparently we're not going to be sneaking around here. They want to hear none of that shenanigans. Alright, let's mess them up. Yeah, with this many people, there's 4 of us here. You're not going to get any oh, that's a Briarheart. That's actually a pretty tough one. Damn. He's normally pretty tough. Okay then, that takes care of that problem. Yeah, with this many people, you're not going to be sneaking. They're going to walk in and just wreck face. People are going to be dropping left and right. That's just how it goes. Nothing good. Now, hopefully the guy fell at a good angle so I can show you something. Of course not. Can I move the corpse? Come on. Come on. I want to show you guys something I find very interesting about this particular enemy. Come on. Liddy, get out of the way. I know this is taking a minute. I apologize. But this is really cool. Okay, I think I can do it from this angle. Now, this is a Forsworn Briarheart. That is the highest tier enemy of the Forsworn grouping. They come with something called a Briarheart. It's an alchemy ingredient. Watch what happens when you take it. Check this out. That might be a little dark. Hopefully you can see that. That make it any easier? Okay, you see there under his arm? You actually tear. This is a human being. You tear his heart out, and it actually takes the time in the corpse to show his heart is missing. Like, you cut it out. I don't know what makes his heart better for alchemy. I mean, better for alchemy than any other human heart, because you don't take any other human's hearts out when you kill them. But you do. I always found that very interesting. I just wanted to show it real quick. Probably not going to use, though. Ooh, Potion of Magic. I might use that. Like I said, a lot of this loot is randomized. That's just how it is. So you might find completely different stuff. I'm not a blacksmith. A lot of alchemy ingredients that I won't be using, so no point taking them. I'm just taking a quick look around, you know, make sure there's nothing really worth my time. I'm aware I'm leaving a lot of stuff behind. If I'm not going to use it, I don't want to weigh myself down. And I'm not using shops, so it's not like I'm going to make any money. If you are going to be using shops, which there's no reason you shouldn't, I'm just trying to make a point here that it's not mandatory, then by all means, take everything and, oh, that's Delphine. My bad. And sell away. Buy plenty of health potions, buy arrows, weapon upgrades, whatever you need. Alright then, let's see here.
These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You had the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
Okay. It's another one of these delightful little puzzles. Basically, you gotta look at the symbols and you gotta match them up with something else somewhere else in the dungeon. Let's see here. Where is something to match the pillars up with?
Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left.
Thank you, Esbjörn, for ruining it for me. Well, anyway, you look at the pillar.
Given that Skyhaven temple was sealed against the return of the Dragonborn, I will try turning all the pillars to that symbol.
Well, there you go. Now you have the solution. If you wanted to figure it out, they do not let you.
Whatever you did,
That's all you gotta do. 3 Dragonborns.
those old blades left in our way.
Those old blades. Yeah, old assholes. Leaving junk in the way of the new blades. Spiderwebs. Lydia. Nothing important here. Let's head on in. Whoa. Okay, now this is kind of a cool clever. They're obsessed with the Dragonborn thing here. So watch how you get across this, right? Look down at the symbols. You got a Dragonborn symbol. A Dragonborn symbol. That's all you gotta do. As long as you don't step on anything but Dragonborns, being the arrow pointing down and the little symbol, like a little half heart with an arrow pointing down, the one I keep stepping on. As long as you don't touch anything but that, you'll get through it just fine.
Wait,
Why are you stopping?
we should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbjörn's right. Look like pressure plates.
Be careful.
Yes, thank you, Esbjörn. I don't know why they're so obsessed with Dragonborn, but they are.
We'll cross once it's...
But this is literally all you gotta do. Just follow the Dragonborn symbols to the... Oh my. Oh, I see now. Okay. Nope, my bad. Lydia, you're gonna make this a lot more difficult than it has to be. Get out of my way.
Be careful.
All you gotta do, not walk on anything that's in a Dragonborn. Now they try and trick you. See here? There's no
We'll cross.
Dragonborn symbols. You gotta activate the trap, so all you gotta do is go over here, where I was before, pull the chain,
Safely.
and now you can step on any symbol you want. See?
People must be close to the entrance.
That lowered the bridge here, hence why you have to pull the lever and let them cross. And yeah, just, like I said, this place is obsessed with the symbol of Dragonborn. You'll see it a lot. Get used to it. Up we go. And look at that. Skyhaven Temple discovered. And for whatever reason, we get a...
Wonderful, remarkably well preserved.
We get a master loot chest. Now, there's one right outside. Wow, this is one of the worst I've ever seen. But there was one right outside, guys, that had better loot than this. But you do this tiny little puzzle, just, match up the 3 dragon arrows, and then walk on only dragon arrows, and you get another one. I think they're overpaying us here, but who am I to complain? I'll take it.
Here's the blood seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well,
Shocking.
your blood. Right?
Wait, what?
Look
Try
here.
dripping blood
You
onto
see
your
how the
hand.
ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil?
I don't want to cut myself. What? How emo? God damn it. Here we go. Cut yourself. I don't have a dagger. Where did I get that from?
It's coming to life.
Oh.
After you, Dragon. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in Skyrim.
Yeah,
There's no telling what we might find inside.
that kind of hurt. You guys are jerks. I don't want to hang with you anymore. You guys aren't cool. Making me cut myself? I wish my grass was a Dragonborn, then it would cut itself for me. I know that joke was terrible. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you through that godforsaken joke. That said, I do like Skyrim Temple. I think this is a pretty cool looking place.
Fascinating. Original Akaviri bas-reliefs. almost entirely intact.
I'm assuming Delphine's walking along, lighting all these torches, because they just kind of seem to...
And me, you can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alduin's wall, right, Esbern?
Yes, of course. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead.
I do like the artwork. I think it is a very nice touch, all the inscriptions on the walls. The way Esbern reacts to him, given he's kind of like a scholar, and scholars love fascinating things. And look, here we go. Alduin's wall. And a really big table, because why not?
Alduin's wall, so...
Oh, falling.
I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Akaviri sculpture and relief.
Lydia.
Yes, let's see what we have. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the wall. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Toms, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, a mythic symbol. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his turn.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
Well, I don't know, but I know some people who shout all the time.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
Yeah, we'll go talk to Ongear, see if he knows such a shout.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive long swords. Now they see their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Alduin in the time. Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history.
Yep, you might recognize this wall. It was used in the very popular Skyrim trailer that, well, people went batshit over when this game was first announced. This picture right here specifically. Now, before we leave, there's a couple pieces of loot that are always here. They're scripted, and we're going to pick them up because they're really nice. But first, it's kind of dark in here, and that's annoying me, so I'm going to use a spell that I got just by chance, nothing critical, but it'll light this up a little bit better for you guys. There it is, Mage Light. Mage Light, go. I only have enough magic to cast at once, jeez. Here we go. Mace Etiquette, one-handed skill book. Like so. Dragonbane, I want to be taking that, it'll come in use later on. Imperial Sword, that's crap compared to what I got, isn't it? 13 versus... I don't need that anymore. Versus 18, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. On the floor with you. Very good, very good. The chest in here, random ooh, it's got the full blade set. I'll be taking that. Not for myself, I'm not a heavy armor build, but Lydia will look great in that, I bet. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let's see, let's go up here real quick, see if there's anything else of note. A couple chests might have some goods in them. Nothing that one I care about. Get a Horka tusk if I want to run around with a walrus tusk in my inventory for no particular reason. I could do that. More gold, because everybody loves gold. If you're into smithing, all these pelts would be very useful to you. Of course I'm not, that's why I'm finding so many of them. Alright, I'd say we're just about done exploring in here. Just about. One or two more rooms I want to go through. Just should give you guys an idea of the place. And that last room will be right out here. Technically not even a room because you're back outside. But this place has got its own neat little balcony. I personally like it. I think it looks good. So let's see here. See, it's a nice little balcony. It's a courtyard. This might look familiar to you. This is the same model as the courtyard that was used for the Blade's fortress in Oblivion, actually. I thought that was a nice touch. It's not identical, but they're very close in concept. Of course, in that one, you actually came up from a path that would be about right here. You climb up the path, under the archway, and there was a big fortress right ahead of you. Like I said, I thought it was pretty cool looking. But, you know, it's not for everyone. I've heard people say they thought it was a pretty cheap design, but, you know, to each their own, to each their own. Anyway, we need to go... No, not there. We need to go to High Hrothgar. Where is that? There it is. High Hrothgar to talk to Arngeir about possibly getting some help. Now, I'm going to note now, that weapon I picked up, the Dragon's Bane, or Dragon's Bane, that's what it's called. That is a weapon that does the same damage as my current weapon, but when you hit a dragon with it, it does like an extra 20 points of lightning damage. I want my sword back. And I picked that up specifically for a couple of key fights with dragons near the end of the quest line. That's also what I've been saving all my Storm Atronach scrolls for. I'm specifically keeping those to fight a couple dragons near the end. I recommend anything you got that's really powerful, like summoning Storm Atronachs or Scrolls of Fire Blast, anything really big and painful, save it for the finale. It'll really make your life easier there at the end. It's in the Too Good to Use Club, as a friend of mine always likes to say. Alright, let's find Arngeir. He is... Oh, that was easy.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
Thank you.
Sky, guard you.
Yeah, I was hoping you knew a shout that could knock Alduin out of the sky.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Wow, it was on the wall, dude. No, Alduin's wall, famous, big wall, big Sky Ruler temple.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
Wow, he seemed to have some animosity towards the Blades. And yeah, at least they told me something. You're the one ducking and hiding the truth here.
Do not be so sure about that. Beware. The Blades may claim to serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have. As for me, I kept from you only what you were not yet ready to know. Are still not ready to know, as your question reveals. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
Well. Well then, you put it like that.
Dragonborn, wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einoth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
Yeah, can you help me out, dude?
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't help me any. We gotta stop Alduin, dude. He's gonna destroy the world.
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Okay, so where's Paarthurnax?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
Oh, well. I probably should meet the guy.
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer.
Well, why haven't I met him, exactly?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
Okay, so how do I get to the mountain? You gotta drag us out, don't you, Ongear?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Okay, then, let's do that. Oh boy, thanks for backing me up there when Ongear was being an asshole and didn't want to, tell me. Okay, quick paraphrase, guys. Essentially, what Bori yelled at him in Dragon Tongue can be roughly translated to, Ongear, it is not your decision to make. Our duty is to send the Dragonborn to Paarthurnax. That is not word for word. I probably butchered it, but I know that's the general gist of what he said, because I only caught about 4 or 5 words, but that's what it sounded like. I don't speak it fluently, I only speak a little bit. I'm only so much of a nerd, people. Bear with me here. So they're going to teach us a shout now to reach Paarthurnax. And then we're going to meet him. And I think you guys are going to like this. Now, I don't want anyone spoiling in the comments who Paarthurnax is, because if people who may not have seen this, I want them to enjoy their first time. The first time I met Paarthurnax, that was a big deal. I was really into this next scene coming up. So, don't spoil it or I'm going to have to block your comments. And I don't want to do that, guys. If you tried coming up here before, you wouldn't make it. I'll demonstrate that, but you won't get through.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Thank you. The fire looks good in this game. I like that.
Look.
Look. On the clear sky shell. Okay. Long shout. Yep, you learn all 3 parts at once. This is the only time in... No, sorry, I misspoke. This is one of only 2 times in the game you get the entire shout at once for something. The other one would be...
Grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
Yeah, this is one of the only 2 times when you get the entire shout at once, and unlike this one, the other time you get a shout in all 3 words.
Skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
As I was saying, the other one, you don't get the instant, absorb this soul to unlock it. You actually have to use 3 dragon souls to unlock the other one, which is throw voice, by the way, the shout. You will not be seeing that in the main playthrough. It served me no purpose to get it. Clear skies. Sky, spring, summer. Yep. Now, here's why you have to have this to see Paarthurnax. Let me demonstrate real quick. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. Try running up that mountain. You see how much damage I took that quickly? That shit hurts. But you know what? We're going to stop here for today. I want to save Paarthurnax for next time, because that is a really cool scene, and I think it deserves its own little video. So, I am Nosgard Silverclaw saying I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time, and if this video helped you, let me know. Post a comment down below, And tell me your thoughts on it, or anything else you want to talk about. See you next time.